Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge. Science is a wonderful thing if one doesn't have to earn one's living at it. Creativity involves breaking out of expected patterns in order to look at things in a different way. Creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else ever thought. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. Creativity is a wild mind and a disciplined eye. Creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. Creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. He who devotes 16 hours a day to hard study may become at 60 as wise as he thought himself at 20. Creativity is obscured by the conscious mind. If it doesn't sell, it is not creative. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Today is the first day of the rest of it. Of course, there will be other first days, but none exactly like this. The day after tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. That way, you have always got a couple of days in hand. Work hard in silence. Let your success be your noise. If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you can't do. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. A year from now, you may wish you had started today. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. The activity you are most avoiding contains your biggest opportunity. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion. If you don't make the time to work on creating the life you want, you are eventually going to be forced to spend a lot of time dealing with the life you don't want. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Just stick with it. What seems so hard now will one day be your warm-up. Today I'll do what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. When someone tells me no, it doesn't mean I can't do it. It simply means I can't do it with them. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you. When 99% of people doubt your idea, you are either gravely wrong or about to make history. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. What would you do if you weren't afraid? I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting, because that's when it really counts. what you can with what you have where you are. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Nothing is more irredeemably irrelevant than bad science. Impossible is not a scientific term. The habits that took years to build don't take a day to change. I already know what giving up feels like. I want to see what happens if I don't. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist accepts it to change. The realist adjusts the sails. Worry a little bit every day, and in a lifetime you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can. But train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. Today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. First they ignore you, then they ridicule you, then they fight you, and then you win. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. I'm too busy working on my own grass to notice if yours is greener. Work hard, save and live within your means. All things are difficult before they are easy. Whatever you are thinking, think bigger. Don't count the days, make the days count. If you focus on success, you will have stress, but if you pursue excellence, success will be guaranteed. Every situation in life is temporary, so when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. Be a voice, not an ego. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. It's not enough to do good, it must be done well. Don't ever let good enough be good enough. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When in doubt, choose change. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. If your life changes, we can change the world too. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education free and compulsory. What a way to learn logic. The only way to be totally free is through education. Information may be free, but an education is priceless. Get an education because no one can take that away from you. The education of attention would be an education for excellence. Excellence in education requires the input and dedication of the teacher, student, and parents. When one of the three fails to participate, the balance is thrown off and maximum results aren't met. Excellence in education is when we do everything that we can to make sure they become everything that they can. The important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could become. Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice and is never the result of selfishness. Great achievement always requires great sacrifice. There can be no progress, no achievement without sacrifice. Sacrifice is a part of life. It's supposed to be. It's not something to regret, it's something to aspire to. I have no interest in being famous for the sake of being famous. The value of emotions comes from sharing them, not just having them. Nothing of value comes without being earned. I had no feeling for the things so many others needed. There is no such thing as no chance. What has been is no more. Change has come. There are two ways to enjoy life: belongings and belonging. Focus on both and overlook neither. Doing nothing often leads to the very best of something. Beginnings could happen more than once or in different ways. Do your best, give your best, and know that in doing so, you will enhance the quality of your life. There can be no doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. Be the best at what you do or the only one doing it. If you can't laugh, you won't make it. Be the best at what you do or the only one doing it. Excellence isn't as much about being the best as it is about being the best you can be and being better than you were before. What makes you tough is your mindset, and I believe anyone can be tough. One trouble with being efficient is that it makes everybody hate you so. Efficiency is doing better what is already being done. Excellence is not being the best, it is doing your best. Allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being excellent. ऑनरेबल व्यूअर्स, अगर आप मेरे चैनल को ग्रोथ देना चाहते हैं तो आप इस नीचे दिए गए सुपर थैंक्स बटन को क्लिक करके